Okay, y'all, back for the rewatch. We're doing season 2, episode 6, Free Your Mind. Of course, y'all know this is the episode where the recruit comes and spills the tea about Lando leaking the footage to the news about Damon going to Hawkins. Again, this confirmation just further solidified the reasons as to why I don't trust Lando. I'm not going to say I don't like Lando, because I feel like Lando's character has like good qualities, but I don't necessarily trust Lando because I feel like Lando is sneaky and he will do anything and everything to get ahead, which, you know, sometimes that's okay for the most part, but in this situation it is not, because he was sabotaging somebody else's future just, you know, to look out for his own. And in doing that, it didn't necessarily work out because, you know, Damon was still, you know, the star and the starting pitcher for Princeton. Also, Damon and JR going back and forth. I remember them having that little spat, but it was because KEK was interested in Damon. I thought that was crazy. And then the thing is, KEK only wanted Damon because of who Damon was. Had Damon not had that status, KEK probably wouldn't even have Damon on their radar, and that's whack. Because, you know, they say when you join Greek letter organizations, they seek out quality people. But at that time, they didn't even know if Damon was quality. All they know is that he had that notoriety. That was whack. Thea, I knew that Simone had gotten Player of the Week. But the fact that Thea was doing all of this stuff because Simone had gotten Player of the Week and it wasn't her, just intensified the broken morale on the team. Because if Thea was doing all of that, she couldn't even be happy for Simone. You know what I'm saying? She was busy worried about her future. Rightfully so, because she was injured. But at the same time, Thea, you can't get Player of the Week if you're injured. Like, so then it's just the fact that, like, Rome was using Thea, or basically peer pressuring Thea to take cortisone, because he was taunting her like, you don't want to play pro? I thought you want to play pro. It don't look like it to me. You know, like, all because she didn't make Player of the Week. I'm like, this is good for Simone. Like, at least, like, with Simone becoming Player of the Week, that shows that Simone's hard work is paying off, because she ended up winning Queen of the Court. She ended up being in the top 6. And she ended up being Player of the Week after become a walk-on. You know, this was all a part of Simone's redemption story, because Simone was a teen mom who had dreams and goals, who felt like she had to sacrifice all her dreams and goals because she got pregnant, then she had a baby, then she put her baby up for adoption, all for her to get back to something that she loved to do, was tennis. You know, like, it was a whole lot. And then, of course, like I said in last episode, like, Nico was just trash. And then for Cam and Keisha was missing. So I'm like, so they go through this breakup, and Cam and Keisha, or Keisha is not there to comfort Nate. Thea was. I'm like, oh, absolutely not. And then they gonna say that Simone and Thea, I'm glad y'all could put y'all beef to the side to be here. I'm like, I knew that Nate and Thea was cordial, but that was being a good Judy. Like, they was being good Judys then. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know when Nate and Thea got so close like that. But, and then it's for me, like, I didn't realize that after Nate saying, I'm not going to dim my light, Amara went back and said that same thing to Uncle Daddy Drumline. Like, so I'm like, okay, well, they made it seem like, well, I can't say that either. But yeah, he made it seem like he was worried about Keisha finding out and Keisha not being comfortable with it. But all in all, he hadn't gotten over his wife. And I just feel like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Because, you know, it's a lot of people that really do go through that situation. Like, if they lost a spouse, they have trouble, you know, putting themselves back out there because they feel like they're wronging their spouse, or, you know, like, they still got these feelings for this person that's not there anymore. It's a realistic thing. I just couldn't believe Thea. And then I knew that Coach Lonnie came up to her and talked to her about redshirting. After she told Rome, get away from me with this, she ended up calling him back saying, I want the third cortisone shot. I'm like, girl. Where he even getting them needles from? Like, where do you get cortisone from? You can't just up and just buy cortisone. How was he injecting himself with cortisone shots? And you trusted it. Girl, you could have died. Like, he don't know what he doing. He just inject stuff. You don't know he could hit an artery or a nerve or anything. Cause paralysis. Then you really wouldn't be playing. Like, she was really going through measures to play tennis. And that won't cute. And Coach Alani's spiel just reflected everything that I had been saying. Like, give yourself time to heal, girl. I mean, if you gotta sit out a year and not play tennis, you gotta sit out a year and not play tennis. Like, that's not gonna deter you from going pro. It's plenty of people who redshirted and still went pro. So, yeah. It was for me, like, I knew that Simone was like, our personal lives are off limits. But I'm like, Simone, girl, that is not true. Every time you have talked to Damon about his relationship, it is not because he asked you something. You definitely have interjected with him and his relationship multiple times, especially when you thought that Thea was in charge of them girls doing you dirty, especially, and you was on him like right to say something. Now here he is confronting you about something that Lando did. It doesn't even matter if it was, matter of fact, when that whole situation went down with Thea, Simone didn't even have proof that Thea was the one who did it, or who was the one who was making Tootie and all the other girls hate her. That was just an assumption that she had. And nobody even told her. And then when she went and confronted Tootie about it later, she figured out Tootie was behind it the whole way through. She didn't need nobody. She didn't go to that first. She didn't even go to Thea to confirm. Thea was just like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And Damon was like, exactly, Simone, because if Thea had a problem, Thea would have told you. But then when Damon comes to Simone about something that somebody else told him, that is true. I mean, it's out there. How else would it have gotten out there? And why would Jerry, out of all people that you could have heard some tea from, why would a recruit who has visited multiple schools, who don't know Damon from Johnny, who don't even know Damon, why would he just pull that out of thin air and tell Damon something like that detailed? Why would he do that? So to me, Simone should have taken what Damon said, a whole thing about Lando, as, you know, like, he really did this. Now, I don't fault Damon on that part. What I do fault Damon on was Damon trying to check Simone about Lando, all because he was feeling jealous because Simone was giving Lando attention, and he thought that his attention that he was getting from Simone was going to dwindle because now she's giving Lando this attention. Now, I do not agree with that, because why you doing that, Damon? You in a whole relationship. You need to worry about Thea and why she's sneaking and getting cortisone shots. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be calling Thea and asking Thea where she at and what she doing and what time she getting back to her room, and not worried about texting Simone and sending the siren emojis to her phone telling her to hurry up and meet you in the common room so that you can talk to her about Lando sending this video about you playing at Hawkins on TV. You need to be worried. You got bigger fish to fry. Your girlfriend is on the verge of red shirting and you ain't nowhere to be found, but yet she talking to some dude who you don't even know. Damon don't even know Rome even exists, and you and she getting cortisone shots and being peer pressured, and this whole thing about not being cleared and possibly redshirted. Damon ain't nowhere to be found. I don't even know if Damon even knew about any of this. Damon, what are you doing? Damon, what are you doing? What are you doing, Damon? It just, I'm like, okay, what's that? You know that GIF where it's like all these math symbols just going up? That's what it looked like. Like it's not adding up. But yeah, it was for me, like, especially after that whole scene with Lando, it was talking to Damon, talking about something. It ain't none of your business where I live. Now, back when I was watching this, like as it was happening, it made me feel like Lando was intentionally going after Simone because he knew Damon liked Simone. Like he was on game. Like he would see their dynamic and he knew like something was between them. But then I'm like, throughout the course of the season, it looked like Lando had really started developing feelings for Simone because they really talked about real things. But all of that came later because technically Simone was building her relationship with Lando the same way she had started her relationship with Jordan. And I didn't necessarily agree with that because Simone and Jordan became the way they were because of a one-night stand and because Simone lied. But then, you know, like now she's involved with Lando all from a one-night stand. And now it's turning into multiple entanglements. So here Simone is, I ain't saying Simone was in her thought season, but Simone was definitely playing the field for sure. And she chose Lando to play the field with. Because she was only with just Lando, unlike JR. JR was with multiple girls. But I'm just like, then kind of sort of, I feel like that was irresponsible on Simone because I'm like, Simone, you sitting here doing all this with Lando and you not giving him nothing. Like, but then Simone and Damon are just complicated. That's just that on that. Like, they've been complicated since the beginning. It's literally Liv and Spencer all over again. But yeah, y'all, I'll be back with episode 7.